So we just stopped in at Herberton. We're just getting Sky out of the car, stretch the legs. There is this cool historic village here. All these really old houses and machinery and cars. Unfortunately though, we're not going in. You do have to pay to go in. So we're just gonna walk Sky around, stretch the legs, see what we can from the outside, and yeah, we'll keep on moving.
Free camp spot and didn't quite feel comfortable.
It was alright. You'd stay there in a pinch if like you were on the road all day and it's the last thing, like it was alright.
Yeah.
Like it definitely wasn't the worst, but yeah, it's 12 o'clock and I thought, oh, there's more free camps all the way along here, so we'll just keep going. Plus we can check out the Innot hot springs, which is where we are now.
Yep.
So we'll get Sky out, and it's a little bit too hot for the hot spring. But,
yeah, I just want to put my toe in to see how hot it is.
So yeah, but no, it was yeah, it was alright. I wouldn't call it the best, nicest free camp, but it's free. So if you're in a pinch and you needed to stop, it was nice.
Yeah.
So I think we're just getting spoiled now
for
too many good free camps. So. But yeah, we'll keep moving, and yeah, we'll show you guys around the Innot hot springs.
Do you feel refreshed?
No.
Do you feel sweaty?
Oh, this place would be so good in winter, but it's not ideal now.
No.
It's
extremely
hot. Yeah, and you can smell, it's like sulfur or something. Has a smell to it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if you walk just out there, it's alright, but then as soon as you get closer to those little pools, it gets really hot, like to the point where it burns your feet. So, got to be careful. But winter time would be mint. Well, we've made it. We found a little free camp, 8 Mile Creek, just off the highway. Highway's literally just there. But we are on the Kennedy Development Road, so there really hasn't been hardly any traffic, only like the occasional road train who'll go past. But yeah, this is camp for tonight. We've been on the road pretty much all day today. We're trying to hightail it back through the inland way. Just trying to run away from the heat, I suppose. It's still pretty warm at the moment here, but a lot less cooler than what it was when we were up in Cooktown. But yeah, beautiful little free camp. Little fire pits everywhere. There's not really too much space for big vans and stuff. There is another camp that we had a look at across the creek. So yeah, you go across this little creek here, then up around the corner, and then there's a campsite up on the top over there. But the only problem with that one is you're in the sun. In the morning, I reckon it would be great up there, but in the afternoon, you're subjected to the sun pretty much all afternoon. There's no shade up there, so we're pretty lucky. We're the only ones here, so we jagged this little spot down by the creek. That's camp for tonight. nice little free camp, not costing us any money. This morning for us. Poor Sky, she must have been busting for the toilet because at about 3 o'clock this morning I heard she was moving around in the dog box and scratching and carrying on, and she's been doing that lately to get comfortable. She'll scratch her little blanket up to get comfortable, so I just thought that she was trying to get comfy, but I ended up getting up pretty early anyway. It was like 5 o'clock. I got up. And poor Sky had a bit of an accident in her dog box. She went to bed, so we've had to get up early this morning, wash her dog bed just in a bucket of cold water. So we're heading into Charters Towers now. We're going to find a laundromat and give her stuff a bit of a wash. We've got a pretty cool little free camp lined up for tonight we're looking forward to. McCrossen Park, we saw it on Overland Travellers, they stayed there, the twin rail bridges, so we'll probably camp up there for tonight. Hopefully we might even spend 2 nights, because so far we've just sort of been doing one night and moving on, one night, moving on, so it'd be good to just slow down a little bit. And yeah, this place looks like it's going to be pretty good, so it'd be a nice spot to stay a couple of nights. We're not too far out now from Charters Towers. We found, this is actually a really good little spot. It's Fletcher's Creek. It's a big campground. There's a creek that runs through the middle. There's people camping on the other side. There's people camping this side. There's a toilet and shower block. And there's just a little donation box. So I think it's like a gold coin donation. You can stay here. So it's actually not a bad one that we've just found. So yeah, we've liked it on WikiCamp, so if we do come back through this way, we can stay here again. But yeah, we're just doing a quick pit stop, having an apple, some lunch, and yeah, we'll take Sky out for a bit of a walk around. And yeah, poor dog, she's so moody. She's not happy. We'll get into Charters Towers and we'll give her a wash, because yeah, poor girl smells like wee. So she's not a happy camper at the moment. Hey, hey. Hey guys, well here we are, McCrossen's Park, free camp, and what an absolute beautiful little spot this is. We're pulled up just underneath the 2 railway bridges. We're just outside of Charters Towers. Sounds like our resident peacock, I think. Sounds like a peacock, I could be wrong, but we're pretty sure it's a peacock. I think he's somewhere in the bush up there. If it's not, let us know what it is in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it sounds like a peacock. But yeah, this is camp. We've set up our awning tent off the side here. It does look a bit overcast today. We're not sure if we're going to get rain, so we've just prepared for it anyway. So we've got our ARB ensuite room connected up to our awning, so it just gives us a bit of shelter. It's got midgie mesh on it, so yeah, we're gonna use that as our room. You happy with this spot?
Yeah, it's good.
Such a good spot for a free camp. I mean, and I've been doing some fishing. I managed to flick a couple of lures in. I'm not sure if this is tidal or not. I did pull a tilapia out of here like 20 minutes ago, just on a little lure that I'm using. It's just a little hard body. It's called a super trout. Just this little guy here. But yeah, usually I thought tilapia were freshwater, so, but apparently there is a warning here for crocodiles, so we just got to stay away from the bank, which is fine because we're on a really steep bank anyway, so we'll be nice and safe up here. But yeah, I was really hoping for a barra or something, or mangrove jack or something cool, but I'll keep on trying anyway. I'm going to keep flicking lures probably until, I don't know, night time. What do we got cooking in here?
Chorizo pasta bake.
Chorizo pasta bake. It smells so good. Wow. Let's get some lights. There we go, now we can see. Yum. Chef Robinson.
It's ready.
Cool. Well, that was very close. I threw the drone up to try and get some drone footage, but I didn't realize that there is like main power lines over there, and whenever you get in close proximity of any sort of power lines, like I went up 120 meters, I thought I was all good, but the drone started wigging out. It didn't like the power line, so I was very, very lucky because I was over the water when it happened, so lucky to get the drone back.
Good morning from McCrossen Park. So as you can see, we are packed up.
It's not a very good morning. I've had much better mornings. A little bit down in the dumps at the moment. Last night it bucketed it down, like absolutely chucked it down, and we've woken up this morning to our side awning had just like caved in. It collapsed. The water must have just pooled up on top, and yeah, it collapsed. So
luckily Sky was okay because she was in there. It didn't collapse completely, but
yeah, it's
broken.
It broke on one side. One of the main beams that come out to support it snapped. Luckily, we had stuff inside there that it didn't get wet or broken. But yeah, our awning is completely destroyed. So
we're gonna find some signal and find somewhere to get a new awning.
But it's all part of the fun, I guess. It's not always a fun time on the road, is it?
No.
Has its challenges, has its crap times.
We just have to get up and keep moving, otherwise
deal with it step by step. So we're absolutely, well, we're not too wet. Leanne's a bit wet. Everything in the car's sandy and muddy, and yeah, we've tried to clean everything as best as we could.
So we might look at the weather today as well and see where it's going to be sunny to try and go there to get some of our stuff
aired
clean.
out.
Yeah.
Everything's sort of, it's really wet now.
So we're going to treat ourselves and get ourselves a coffee this morning.
Yeah, we're going to get a Macca's coffee or something, or find a cafe. So we'll go into town, get a coffee, chill out for a bit because we're both a bit etchy today. But yeah,
We'll check in later.
Try and get a new awning and see if I can dump this one somewhere. Hopefully we can find a four-wheel drive shop that'll allow me to just change it over in the car park, and hopefully they've got a skip bin or something that I can throw this stuff away, because we don't really have the room to carry a broken awning around with us. So yeah, that's our challenge for today. Detour. We've made a few phone calls and we've managed to find there's an ARB in Townsville. So we're at Charters Towers at the moment, so it is a bit of a detour. It's probably about a 2-hour drive detour. But Laurie at ARB at Townsville, super helpful. Apparently they've got 3 awnings in stock, so we're going to drive out to Townsville now. We've got our Macca's coffee, so that's one win.
And some cheeky hash browns too.
Cheeky hash browns. We've had a bit of a crap morning this morning, so we thought we'll treat ourselves. Well, not a really great start still. So Laurie from ARB in Townsville, he was great. He was very helpful. Unfortunately, ARB's system, it showed that they had 3 awnings in stock. Turns out he got one of his store managers there to pull the warehouse apart for us, and their system showed 3, but unfortunately they didn't have any awnings in stock, and we'd already started heading that way. So which is a massive detour for us, because it's not really the way we planned to go back down to Brisbane. We wanted to go inland, but we just got to roll with the punches. So we're heading to Glen farm stay. It's not a free camp. We have to pay for it, but it is what it is.
Because the next ARB is at Mackay, so we'll try the.
We'll give ARB Mackay a call when we pull up. I might even give them a call while we're driving and see if they've got any awnings in stock. But yeah, it's been an eventful morning, eventful night. We're feeling a bit defeated, but what do? You just got to keep on trucking. So. Well, doing a quick oil change. We've done 5,000 kilometers since we've left, so I'm just doing it on the side of the highway at the moment. We've just bought some meat trays from Woolworths, the biggest ones we could find, to collect all the oil. I did make a little bit of a mess, it sort of splashed out, but I'll tidy all that up before we go. But yeah, 5,000 kilometers since we've left home. So yeah, we'll put some fresh oil in it and should be good for another 5,000. But how fun's this? we've made it to Glen farm stay. It's just after Bowen, heading back down south, so we've got enough cash out, so if we are happy here we might even stay 2 nights, because so far we've just been on the road, free camp on the road, free camp on the road, so it'd be nice to slow it down a bit and spend a bit of time here. So yeah, Glen Erin, here we are. Cracker.
So it's clean-up time after our little incident this morning. And Jamie's up there cleaning the rooftop tent. Everything's out.
Yeah, everything in here was soaked. Well, not everything, it's just the corners. But that was because we were rushing around this morning with the zips down and it was pouring it down rain. And we're in a sandy / muddy area, so we had to keep coming up. So there was sand dragged all through it. So we're just airing everything out now, taking the sheets off. I took the mattress out, had to shake that out, get all the sand out. So yeah, I'm gonna fiddle around doing this, and then I've got to get the toolkit out because I've still got this knocking sound in the front end, and it's just driving me absolutely nuts because I cannot find it. We've tried everything, like I've tried greasing the bushes, I've tightened up every bolt that I can find. Leanne's just found a few more bolts for the fenders on the front. I haven't tried tightening those yet, so I'll try that. It sort of feels like a rubbing, like either the springs are like rubbing against each other, or the U-bolts maybe, I don't know, but it's really weird. It's driving me absolutely crazy. So toolkit's got to come out again today. I'll crawl around under the car and tighten stuff up and grease some more stuff up. And
I feel like we're gonna stay here 2 nights.
Probably. I've got to call Mackay ARB and see if they've got an awning. So, and it's probably too late now to call them, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. So yeah, the fun, the joys. It's not all glitz and glamour on the road. What are we having for dinner tonight, love?
Chinese style pork.
Ooh.
I reckon it's gonna be good. These are just from Woolies and they're really easy. They come in like plastic. And then you just stab the bag and then you just cook it in the travel buddy. So this one says 190 or 210 probably for ours. Cook in the oven for 35, so I'd double it and go 70 minutes, so an hour and 10, and you've got a roast.
How good's that?
So I'll do some potatoes and peas, and then...
And look who's decided to join us.
Do you want some pork?
Hey, get out of it. You had your bickies.
So we'll show you what it looks like once we're done.
Your beauty.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner is ready.
Sauce on. It's like slow cooked pork.
Slow cooked. How good's that?
Yummy. I'm hungry.
Yes, I'm
Let's dine
starving.
out so we can eat.
Yes, eat. So good. All right. Alright, so I've been under the car all morning this morning. This is like the 4th time I've been under there for hours trying to figure out what this bloody knocking, rubbing sort of sound is, and it's only coming from the driver's side, and it just feels like something's like, yeah, like metal on metal sort of rubbing, and then it sort of knocks every now and then. And I think I finally found it. I think I finally figured out what it is. So I crawled under there and had a quick look, because I was like, okay, I was at the point where I like pretty much gave up. I said to Leanne, I was just like, oh, stuff it. I can't find this bloody rubbing. Something's going to break, and it'll either be major or minor, and then I'll know for sure what it is. But nothing's broken. It just keeps happening, but nothing has broken. So anyway, 4th time now underneath the car, looking around, and I think I have finally discovered what it is. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I don't know what these bolts here do. It's like retaining bolts or something for this leaf spring hanger or something. I don't know. I have no idea what this little setup is for. I know that's the greasable pin for the bushes, but yeah, this, if you can see on the other side of this bolt, it has worn away and has been rubbing constantly on the leaf springs on both front and back. So I think this is our notorious little knocking and rubbing sound. So unfortunately I don't have a grinder, and I don't have a shorter bolt this size, because I thought maybe I could just cut the back end of this thread off, the excess off, and just have it sort of coming through just a smidge. But unfortunately I don't have a grinder, and I don't have the right size bolt, so I'm gonna have to wait until we get back home, and then I'll either grind that off or just replace the bolts completely, because as you can see, it's just worn that whole thread away. It's pretty much eaten half the bolt, and it's actually pushed this bolt out a bit. You can sort of see there, it's now like on a bit of an angle. I've tried nipping it up, it doesn't do anything, so I'd say those bolts are cactus. Not sure how important they are, but it seems to be holding up alright. What I've done is I've just loosened off the main one a smidge. Still tight, still got the lock washer, so it's not going to go anywhere, because it was almost like these guys were sort of pinching. This whole leaf spring perch here was too tight and it was pinching. It still sort of is there. You can see the bush sort of being pinched in there, whereas this side's not too bad. So I've loosened that off a touch. The other side over there, that one's alright. The bolts do sort of, they're just touching, so it's not as bad. Oh hey puppy. But yeah, I think this is definitely the cause of our grinding / knocking noise, because it's definitely coming from underneath the driver's side, and it feels like, it almost felt like a body mount or something. So I even like undid all the body mounts, tightened them back up again. I've put all new bolts in the side step support brace. Yeah, I've tried literally everything. I've been under the truck that many times trying to figure it out, and I think I've finally got it. So we'll see how it goes, loosening it off, see if that sort of fixes it. And when we get back to Brisbane in a few weeks, I'll, if those bolts haven't already broken by then, I'll take them out, try and find smaller bolts, or just grind them back and see what happens. But yes, fingers crossed, hopefully that is the issue and I've sorted it.
So while I'm hard at work doing some editing and doing some laundry, and see what the others are doing. A whole lot of nothing.
What happened?
Burnt baked beans on the bottom of the jet boil.
Oh dear. We're slowly getting there. It's been a week of learning what not to do this week. We now know that we can't do baked beans in the jet boil. We had pretty easy dinner tonight. It was just pies and beans with a bit of cheese on top. Now we're just tidying up and watching the cows. I did manage to get onto ARB at Mackay, and they have an awning in stock. So thank God for that. Marty at ARB Mackay was super helpful. He grabbed the awning for me, put it behind the counter. They're open Saturdays, so we're gonna shoot off from here pretty early in the morning, head to Mackay, buy the awning. I did tell Marty that we are full-time traveling, so I've asked him if it's okay if we can fit the awning in the car park out the front, and he said it should be fine. And he's also said it should be all right for us to just leave our old awning, the broken one there, and they'll get rid of it for us. So super helpful. ARB Mackay, thank you very much. Because yeah, it's been a bit weird not having the awning. I didn't realize how much we actually used the awning. Just having that cover over your head just makes you feel a little bit more secure. So super happy to be getting an awning back. And then we'll probably, I don't know, we'll probably free camp again tomorrow somewhere just outside of Mackay, I guess. Yeah, we're not entirely sure yet where we're going to end up. So we'll touch base with you guys tomorrow. That's pretty much it for tonight. We've had our pies and beans for dinner. So yeah, we'll probably have an early night again as usual. And
managed to download another Lord of the Rings episode.
yes.
So on Netflix and Prime and Stan, you can download episodes to watch later, because a lot of the time we don't have signal. So that's been a lifesaver, because we've got, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean on Disney. We now got Lord of the Rings on Prime, and we have a few movies on Netflix on standby so that we can watch them without signal. So it's been perfect.
Lord of the Rings again tonight.
Oh, that's super hot.
You want to check out the hot springs? No. She says, oh, I can't swear on this. She says, bugger off. I ain't checking out no hot springs. He's on the jack brake. Music to my ears. It's what you want to hear when you're camping. This one's moody too for some reason. Don't know why, but all the girls so far are a bit moody today. What's your problem, mate?
No, I'm good.
She says that. I can tell on her face she's moody. You're moody. You're moody. Just need more boys on this trip, I think.
It's awesome. And it's like soap. It's like slow cooked pork.
Soap. It's like soap, people. You heard it from the girl. It's soap. What happened?
Burnt baked beans on the bottom. So like Netflix and Prime and Stan, you can download episodes.
Leanne's brain has gone to mush, just letting you guys know. She broke the awning, she's nearly killed the jet boil. We're having a cracker. She reckons her brain's not functioning, so.
Maybe I'll try that again.
Yeah. And your eye looks very sore.
I will put cream on it. Don't record that. Away from
Oh,
me.
you recorded me sunbaking.
Yeah, and I'm going to put that in the video and I'm going to cut this out.
No.